everyone, compliments of the season, and welcome to another episode on Shey Land Make Sense. As you all know, this is your girl Tosin, and today we'll be talking about how to make your land useful for you. That is how to put your land to do the work. And on our agro to home session, we'll be looking at cow ranching. On today's episode, we have a wonderful guest with us. He's one of our agro partners and he specializes in cow ranching, and he's going to tell us everything you need to know about cow ranching. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, please can you introduce yourself?
My name is Yusuf Mansour Abiola,
Yeah.
MD Abiola Farms, a subsidiary of Multifunctional Enterprises.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, Mr. Abiola. Can you define cow ranching? What is cow ranching?
Cow ranching simply means breeding of cattle on a parcel of land in a manner that they don't constitute nuisance within the environment.
All right, great. Sir, how profitable is cow ranching? Because we know that, like how is cow ranching a very good business?
Yeah, it is, in the sense that it's not grazing, though grazing might be more profitable, but it constitutes nuisance within the environment. But ranching is better in the sense that they don't constitute nuisance within the environment, and if you get it right from the starting point, that means you're going to make profit at the end of everything.
Sir, you made mention about ranching and grazing. So can you explain to us the difference between ranching and grazing?
Okay. Ranching is more or less an intensive way of keeping cattle. Yeah. And grazing is when they feed on a freelance land that they eat grass and all that. But in terms of intensive, you give them feed.
All right, that's for ranching.
Yes, that's for ranching.
Okay, so grazing is that open grazing do?
Yes. So and when we talk about breeding, cattle breeding, is major. It can be divided into two major parts. So we have the intensive and the grazing area. So with the grazing stuffs, you can graze them if you have hectares of land, if you have much facility in terms of land, and you can segment your grasses into various parts. When they consume some parts, you move them to the other parts. So that's when you have a massive land. But in a way, if you don't have such facilities, you can just manage the little you have by getting a source, a good source.
So, sir, we know that a lot of people think cattle only eat grass. Is that true?
No, that's not true. Cattle, they feed on shafts.
Wow.
Yeah, breeding waste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not only grass.
It's not only grass.
Yeah, that's great. So, sir, how is the the market chain like for cattle? That is when you buy them, when you rear them, when you breed them, to how you sell them. So do you have an idea of the food chain, value chain of cattle rearing?
Okay. When you talk about there are different segments to that question you ask. When you are breeding them, that means you are getting them when they are young, when they are younger. So you breed them you combine the male and the female so that they can reproduce. That's the breeding aspect of it. But when we talk about fattening, it's getting them when they are matured and malnutrited. So you vaccinate them, you feed them, you fatten them for a short period of time, say maybe 3 to 4 months, then you sell them off.
All right. Okay, great. So that means if I'm rearing a cattle, do I need someone to help me? Do I need to go to Kara, like a general market, to sell them off, or it's something that I can just do myself?
You can invite people that will buy to come and buy from your farm, and you get
your returns.
Yes.
All right. How is the business, sir? Selling the cattle directly from your farm?
It's profitable.
Okay, great.
When you know the ways about it, you know, day in day activities, you gain more knowledge. So that's just it. So it's based on the experience.
All right. So what breed of cattle is best for this cattle ranching?
Okay, like in this part of the country, the southwest,
yeah,
you know, we used to have more of cold weather, as in the raining season. So the breed of cattle that can sustain this weather, we have Bunaji, we have Ambalas, we have Bokolos.
Bokolos. I like that Bokolos name.
Yes, yes. So they can.
So these are the breed of cattle that can survive here in the south.
Yes.
Okay.
But those brown cattle, say Abore and stuff like that. So when it's raining season, they find it difficult to survive down here.
Okay. So I think the fact that most people think only in the north you can rear cattle is because they have the right breed of cattle in the north, like for the weather. Do you understand the question, sir? Thank you.
So, like, you know, I said it earlier, we have Bunajis, they can
survive in the south here. Yes. All right, sir. So, sir, can people own a cattle ranch in their homes, maybe at the backyard, and they have a large amount of space? Can they own a cattle ranch?
Yes, it's very possible.
Oh, wow.
Yes, once you can maintain it.
It's very possible.
Yes, it's very possible.
All right, sir. So, sir, what do you think about the whole agro to home concept?
Wow, agro to home concept is excellent. It's one of its kind. You know, you can in some places you can just acquire parcels of land, being idle without doing anything with it. But with Adbond, excellent. You have your land secured and you make money. You have returns on your investment.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for educating us on cattle ranching. As you heard, we have different breeds of cattle, and there are the Borokoji.
Yeah, Bokolo.
Yes,
we have Bokolos, we have Abore, we have Yakana, we have Bunaji.
Those ones that can survive here.
Yeah,
these are cattle that can survive here in the south.
In the south, we have Ambalas can survive, Bunaji
can survive. Yes. As you all know, on Shey Land Make Sense, we bring different topics around land. And on today, we're talking about cattle ranching. And we have been able to learn the difference between cattle ranching and open grazing. So what we are used to when we see herdsmen taking cattle from one place to that's open grazing, and you putting the cattle in a confined space and rearing them, that's cattle ranching. I'm right, sir?
Yes.
Oh, I'm a great student. Yes. So thank you to everyone who has watched today's session. And as you all know, we'll come back again next week, same time, to give you another interesting topic on Shey Land Make Sense. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on today's session. And see you next time. Bye.